My name is SHIANNE MCKAY, and I am a project manager with the Center for Indigenous Environmental Resources.
My name is SHIANNE IRONMAN. I work for the Center for Indigenous Environmental Resources.
I hope for the communities, the youth and the young adults and the chaperones to leave this program feeling inspired that they can make a difference in their communities, that they can take the knowledge that they've received here at the workshops and through going through the project planning process, delivering their projects to their community members, that they receive a feeling of empowerment, that they can be the change that is needed.
My name is Dakota TRAVERS. I'm from Kinonjeoshtegon First Nation.
My name is SHANELL Mason and I'm from Canupawakpa Dakota Nation.
My name is Dylan Shane ESSIE. I am from Sioux Valley, Dakota Nation.
My name is Martin McLean and I'm from Manitoba First Nation.
I'm XAVIER McKinney. I'm from Kinonjeoshtegon First Nation.
My name is Joshua Seth McLean and I'm from Manitoba First Nation.
We as youth of our communities want to continue to fight for the environment and want to ensure its survival as well as ours.
Chaperone had to go and cook, so we're going to use Brendan right now to talk as a chaperone for us.
Hello, my name is Brendan Eastman. The waste management coordinator. Springtime came, I guess now trying to get away from illegal dump sites. Households have been thinking that they should maybe start using that. The bigger ones that are located on the reserve, so you'll see a lot of rubbish and debris and garbage and stuff on some of the piles, but we did bring in a 20-foot trailer from Lower House yesterday and the other ceramics. We had a big huge pile of tanks and toilet tanks, all the ceramic stuff. We had that all compiled and hauled to our local porcelain site at the Reston landfill.
Waste management in our community is our garbage is collected through bins around the community and is taken to one of two landfill sites situated in the south and north side of the community. And currently we do not have any recycling programs in Lake Manitoba, but we are hoping to implement a system or process in the near future. But the changes we envision to bring to our community is awareness regarding waste reduction, and hopefully the message we can get across our First Nations people will give themselves a sense of accountability with how they can handle their garbage and recycling. And I wanted to bring the Waste Warrior program to our community because I wanted to help build capacity for our youth and to help bring solution to reduce waste for the better future of our generation's grandchildren and their grandchildren, and to not look back later into my elder years and regret not being a part of this program. So
what I would like to learn is new and innovative ways to see and reuse old traditional beliefs into our recycling program in Sioux Valley, and possibly starting a composting program where you can have bins within the health center, maybe having a possible other location for a bigger community garden where it's open to more people, possibly. Fixing up the older dumps, because we had about 3 dumps and then people have their own dumps that they burn their own garbage with. It's usually within their backyard or somewhere within their area of their house. So at least trying to explain to our community why we don't want to do those kind of things, like, because it was kind of passed on to the next person. That's why it needs to stop right now for the CO2 carbon emissions.
I took interest in this program because when I got home in the community in December, I just moved back. There's no existing recycling program over there right now, so I'm trying to help change that. So I'm trying to gather more support from all the community members, and there is actually a pretty good handful that's starting to realize the need for recycling, so I'm pretty happy about that. But we're at a turning point where people are starting to realize, again, the need.
We're going to be with you every step of the way. You're not on your own. If you feel like there's a challenge or a struggle, SHIANNE and I are available to help, as well as your chaperones. And you can share the vision of that passion. Explain your why. Why are you guys doing this? Why do you want to do this? Why should other people care? XAVIER said, I had a really hard time explaining to people why. Well, this is your opportunity to really make that clear. You do have the power. And this is an opportunity to show that you could put together a project and lead it and show it to success in your community.
My name is Okia Sandy and my home community is Canupawakpa Dakota Nation. And it's like 2 miles by 2 miles. Our population is like 300, I believe so. but like on reserve. I'm not sure about off reserve. Yeah, like our goal is to have a nice, safe environment for the animals, to make it safe and clean drinking water for them and us, for example. Because like where I'm from, where I live, our water is not that good to drink. It's, yeah, like it has a funny taste to it, and yeah. So like it'll be good to have nice drinking water.
Learning more about recycling and how we can apply it towards our community to have a better sustainable future for our next generations. Project Start was starting off with our white goods, getting rid of most of our white goods within our dumps. When I used to go there a lot, there was always like fridges, stoves and all that there. They want to recycle, but they don't understand what to recycle, so having more education towards the community in general, but yet again, it's kind of getting people into it. That's why I'm hoping to use the white good parts towards creating more initiative within our community where we're stepping up, and hopefully it can show other people to step or other community members to step up.
Our first goal is we want to execute a community engagement session in our community, and this would focus about recycling blue bins from Recycle Everywhere, and end game we would have it to implement a recycling eco depot that mainly focuses on small scale products such as glass, aluminum products, plastic products and cartons, juice boxes. After we do the engagement session, I hope we will get the whole community's support back into this, as I'm sure a lot of people nowadays want to start recycling and reducing waste from our landfill sites.
And we're here today to help with our recycling in our community. Hope we can help better us for the future generations of our community. Our goal is to reduce pollution, reduce waste, and make more awareness in that community, because right now this seems really not clean. There's a bunch of recycling, and then the dishes when you first go there, there's a bunch of garbage around. It's an overall mess there. We're trying to get waste bins out there too eventually, so people just like containers. Maybe that's why all the waste is on the beach, because they don't have nowhere to throw it by the beach. So we're trying to get garbage bins out there. We have a Facebook group. We can start, like I was planning on doing an online survey, and then people be entered to draw so they actually participate. It'll help bring a low awareness to the community, but they're probably gonna probably have to take bigger actions. Like that's why we're trying to do that information booth at our health day we have here.
Today we are in MCKAY First Nation, also known as Kinonjeoshtegon, and we're just right behind here is Lake Winnipeg, and we're working with the 7th Generation Waste Warriors group to do a shoreline cleanup.
Finding a lot of plastics and plastic bottles, aluminum cans, this little carp. A lot of fishing stuff like that. Buoys, homemade buoys, like 2-liter bottles for fishing to the jackheads of fishing community. And we're just finding a lot of stuff, not on the beach, but probably washing up from the wind and everything. Yeah.
A couple margarine containers. I don't know, some of those little buoy things from nets. You know, just a lot of buried plastic.
So we're here in Brandon, Manitoba for a gathering of the 7th Generation Waste Warriors for our 3rd workshop, which is being hosted in Sioux Valley, Dakota Nation.
Hi, I'm XAVIER TRAVERS. I'm from Kinonjeoshtegon First Nation, and just a recap on what we did Tuesday we got introduced to an elder here in Sioux Valley, where she gave a little talk about the culture in Sioux Valley.
And talk about how to compost. Her name is Jen. She talked about the benefits and how us Aboriginal people are the keepers of the land.
And we went for a ride to the internal springs, where we went to check out the spring and the environment there. It was beautiful out there.
So we had to keep our land clean. We also went to go check out the health garden in Sioux Valley. We also got to go and help and clean the garden. We picked some weeds.
And we went to go see the white buffaloes and said a little prayer with the elder.
We also did our role play on how we would talk and ask our chief and council for help with our project. I really enjoyed doing that. It got me more prepared for it if I ever had to do it.
We got a presentation with Regen where they talked about their company is reusing the plastic into building blocks and how much of an impact they could do reducing plastic going into landfills.
We went to also check out Sewer Swinging Bridge. It was a really fun thing to do. I found a peacock feather.
I think the program is going very well. It's not been without its challenges. It just shows the unique circumstances of each community and each community group when we run this program. But it also shows the perseverance that they've come this far to keep building their projects and have their projects delivered by the time of the next workshop.
The program is to build up youth leadership, and by that we're hoping that these youth are taking the initiative in their communities, which they are. They're all doing this on their own. They're all working together. Like, we've taken a step back at SHIANNE, and the youth are really leading their own projects, so that's amazing to see.
It feels extremely rewarding to see how passionate our groups have become about their projects, and that's where it stems from, because they're the ones that orchestrated this project development. Through the first workshop, learning about what waste is, what recycling is, what the 7 R's were about waste diversion and different examples of waste diversion. And then they took that information and started visioning and making goals and making a budget, and that was in our second workshop. And then our last workshop, they actually put all that information together into a proposal, which they submitted to our organization. And we screened those proposals, and that's how we released the funding. So each community received $5,000 to complete their projects, and that's where we're at right now.
So we're going to talk about Waste Warriors. What is Waste Warriors? If you haven't heard or don't know fully what we are, this is actually our logo here on the first slide, and we're so proud. Clifford Bushy, he designed it. This is the original drawing that he did, but we made it slightly different. We added a 4th arrow there to represent the 4 communities that are involved in the program and sort of the 4 R's. So thank you, Clifford, for designing our logo. So all of the groups have put together presentations so that everyone can see what they've accomplished in their communities. Everybody was granted money to do their own projects, and so we get to see what they did.
So contents today is going to be about Sioux Valley Waste Warriors, Whitehall fridge, Whitehall. So fridges, stoves, ovens, dryers, washers, and hot water tanks. So some of the impacts we ended up having was creating a poster for the community white good haul, pick up hauls of 2 loads of white goods, 2 presentations to the high school, and total about 130 students. Starting with battery recycling, maybe do more collection drives and getting people interested by getting new batteries in exchange for the old ones.
Our group planned on creating a community recycling program to end plastics and aluminum from going into our 2 landfills that we got going on in the community. We were unable to accomplish our goal due to our community going through a number of tragedies. Our community was displaced for approximately a month and a half.
A recommendation we thought of is creating a possible bylaw in the future, so to prevent certain waste streams into the landfill, such as white appliances and e-waste, because they contain most harmful contaminants of things that will ruin the environment.
Our project was to actually revitalize the recycling program and get something going on, but right now we're just going to be starting off with recycling programs within the offices, so paper, aluminum cans, ink cartridges. We're going to try to prevent those from going into the landfill. So again, we recognize the need for the recycling program to be really revitalized. So this is what we do. So we went ahead and right now, like I said, we're just going to be doing the aluminum cans, paper products, ink cartridges, and some plastic material.
After the loss of our community complex, we had a fire that destroyed the whole building, so we had no community complex after September 26th.
We knew it had to be outside, with the education building only able to host around 15 people comfortably with chairs and tables. It was important for the people in the community to feel comfort after losing the complex. After talking, we realized that our composting wasn't really used that much as we would like to. So this summer we would like to get a community garden going with the composted soil. We needed garden beds and a location for the garden. If we were to have this in the community, it would bring the community together to do something as one and bring us all together.
7th generation waste warriors, we're coming together to learn about waste management diversion, the latest innovations. We've taken tours on each of our workshops. We've learned from other waste leaders, other First Nations too, to see what they were doing. And then we also had elders invited to each of our workshops, so we got to learn a little bit more about each other's cultures and our beliefs about sustainability and protecting the land and our identity as Indigenous people and what that means to us. And then we had opportunities to travel, to meet new people, to sightsee, like I said, share our culture and to celebrate. So we just want to say miigwech, pidamaya, thank you. You've been such a wonderful group. I feel like I'm gonna get emotional. But no, you've been a really fantastic group to work with. It's been really great getting to know all of you. And yeah, we're just happy to be here to celebrate everything that you've achieved along the way. And we wish you all the best going forward.
I'm extremely happy and I feel extremely proud of how well our 7th generation waste warriors have done throughout the program. They've shown commitment and drive, and they all showed up today. And for some people that weren't even wanting to look at us the first day, or to say their name, or to talk about themselves, I just feel like major leaps and bounds on how much they were able to accomplish.
I really hope that we can keep doing this. That's what I want to do.
1, 2, 3. Waste Warriors!